This is Preeti Krishna, and I am a product manager with the cloud and AI security team in Microsoft, and specifically the product owner for the Microsoft Graph Security API. So today we'll be seeing 5 applications built using the Microsoft Graph Security API in particular. And before we get to that, just a show of hands, how many of you are using Microsoft Graph? Cool, okay, nice. What about like 50%? How many of you are using Microsoft Graph Security API? Okay, that's good too. We'll all get there eventually by the end of the session, hopefully. So yeah, so basically, let's start with what is like Microsoft Graph and Microsoft Graph Security API, just to like get that context before we drill down into apps and look at all the demos there. So we have like data everywhere. We are all aware of like data being on the cloud, on mobile, it's across geolocations and so on and so forth. And what that does is basically, how do you go about accessing these across different like kind of areas and with a common interface? And that's where basically Microsoft Graph enables unification of all of this via like a single endpoint that you can access all your Microsoft 365 data from, your Azure data from, as well as your partner data from Microsoft partner data as well, like that you can get through this. So it's one endpoint, HTTPS graph.microsoft.com, one auth, and one SDK. How simple can it be? Okay, and that's where like Microsoft Graph Security API is a part of Microsoft Graph namespace, the way you look at that. Now, specifically looking at the data part, right, that is distributed everywhere on the cloud and different solutions available there and all. So protection of data becomes yet another challenge. So you have all these different security solutions available in market from over 500 vendors actually in this space and counting, it's going up. So which means an organization is not just running one security solution, they're running like n number of security solutions for endpoint protection, network protection, your identity access, and so on and so forth. What this means is like, how do you go about like deriving meaningful insights across these different solutions? Right? It's, you have to integrate with each one of them and then get them together and then see how you can build upon them. That's where Microsoft Graph Security API provides value in terms of leveraging the power of Microsoft Graph to provide that single interface to access all your security data and using the single endpoint. So Microsoft Graph Security endpoint is HTTPS graph.microsoft.com WAC security. And then you get a simplified integration to get your security data across these different providers in a unified schema. The unified schema is interesting because that's what enables you to pivot across like different properties, across these different data sets that you have from different providers, which is what enables you to speed up your response and ensure more automations are there, which enables you to get more like value for your security investments overall. So far, so good? Okay. Okay, good. That's good. So what is Microsoft Graph Security? Before we get into like further details into like what have we been doing so far and all, a few ground rules. This is based on my conversations with a few people like over a few months as well. So Microsoft Graph Security API is not security for Microsoft Graph. So this is a question I heard, like, okay, Microsoft Graph Security, how does that really work? Is it, what kind of security, transport security layer do you have for Microsoft Graph, and so on and so forth? Sorry, it's not that. Actually, Microsoft Graph Security API provides data, security data, that you can access using that interface. So that's one thing that we are on the same page on that before we start. The second thing, there is no log collector, data lake, or data store, or anything associated with the Microsoft Graph Security API. We look at that in a bit as well in terms of how this entire thing works. The next slide. But basically, there's nothing there. It's only an API, REST-based API that you can call and get data from different providers in a unified schema. And it's publicly available, free, documented, and you can build your app now, today. And it's not a SIM. It doesn't have any dashboard or UI or anything. So all these apps that I'll be showing you today is all built using calls to the Graph Security API. So basically, that's the premise there. With this, now let's look at the journey that we've all been going through on this together with the Microsoft Graph Security team and all of you, actually, who have been giving us valuable feedback over the course of the year. Last year, we announced GA of the Microsoft Graph Security API. It's really been a journey since then. And what we have been doing so far is, this is what was at GA. So we had alerts from different security providers, like Microsoft Defender ADP, information protection, and so on and so forth, available at that time of GA. And at this point, I'll take a quick detour to just show the flow of how the calls work. And then we'll look at what happens since GA as well. So any application can integrate with the Microsoft Graph Security and Microsoft Graph in general, because it's a REST-based API set. So you can have a web app or a bot or a background process, services, or anything, you name it, and you can integrate. And what happens is a call from a client app to Microsoft Graph gets federated out to different providers that is there in your Azure Active Directory or organizational tenant. The data is returned back by the providers, and Graph Security API aggregates that and returns a response back to the client app within the unified schema format. So suppose if your organizational tenant has Microsoft Defender ADP and Azure Security Center, then a call to Microsoft Graph Security API gets federated out to those two providers, and the data is returned back and surfaced back to the client application. So that's the flow there. Now, okay, now coming back to since GA. So alerts was one we had released that time. After that, what we did was we expanded the scope of our providers to include Office 365 Advanced Threat Protection, as well as Azure Sentinel. So yes, Azure Sentinel alerts are also accessible through the Graph Security API integration, along with all the providers. So you get everything in one go. Depending on whatever products you're running, you'll get all those from using this integration. Beyond alerts, what did we do? We added more entities like Secure Score. So Secure Score enables you to get security posture of your organizational tenant, which is basically Windows and Office Secure Score. And we'll look into this in our app as well. So let's hang on there with that. And then there is the TI indicators entity that we also came up with, which basically enables you to push your custom indicators of compromise, like malicious IPs, or malicious files that you're aware of in your organization, to different Microsoft security products for alert action or blocking, or even allowing so that it doesn't interfere with your automation and investigation. So that is basically what TI indicators enables you to do. And this is, again, using a single connection, you can reach multiple security products for these actions that you can push your custom indicators to. That's the value that Microsoft Graph provides there. And then there is actions, which is basically how can you take specific actions, like blocking an IP using the API. So these are some of the entities we came up with. And in your applications, you're not limited to just using these. Since you already have connected with Microsoft Graph, you can tap into additional entities like users or like this Intune machine information, device information that you can tap into and get further, build further richer applications too. So that was one stream of work we had, the feature sets that we enabled since last year, Ignite. And there's yet another stream of work that we also did to accelerate application development. And this is totally from your feedback, so thank you so much for all the feedback, and keep it flowing in. So basically, we started off with, at GA, we had Graph Explorer, definitely, to try out different queries and play with the API before you build your app. And we also had the SDKs so that you can download those and then use that in your applications to get a quick start on that. And we also had sample applications to get you started. But beyond that, what has happened is we heard your feedback, and we have build different kinds of connectivities to these different technologies as well that can enable you to connect with the Microsoft Graph Security API in a codeless manner as much as possible without writing any code, if you may. So for example, PowerShell module. So we have a PowerShell module available in the PowerShell gallery for Microsoft Graph Security API that you can get today. And there are like commandlets there that you can quickly issue and get all the data in your security data in your tenant and take a look at that. So that's one that is already there. Power BI. So we have a Power BI connector for Microsoft Graph Security API that enables you to get the security data in your dashboards, Power BI dashboards, and you can quickly drag and drop these properties that's available in the schema to build your reports. So that's yet another option there. There's Logic Apps. So there's a connector for Microsoft Graph Security API for Logic Apps and Microsoft Flow. This is Azure Logic Apps. And basically what you can do is you can create your security response playbooks by adding the connectors for Microsoft Graph Security API as well as other 200 odd connectors that's available in the Logic Apps space. And then you can have different automated response solutions. And that's, again, drag and drop, no code needed there. Similarly, we have Azure Jupyter Notebooks, where you can write Python code, and you can render the charts and diagrams and pivot more deeply into the data that's available through the graph. And what you can do with that is you can build ML models and all and start training your security data to improve your threat responses there. So with that, and beyond this as well, we've also built out the ecosystem of connected solutions with the Graph Security API. Like, for example, we have the Splunk add-on and different IBM Resilient add-ons and so on and so forth that's available from partner integrations that will go towards the end as well. So what are the 5 apps we are seeing today? We'll start off with a streamlined incident management application. And then we'll go all the way to how can you customize your threat detections as the next step. Automated responses will be the next that we'll look at in that order. And then getting on to the IT pros management scenario using PowerShell. And finally, how can we build reports without writing any code very quickly. So yep, let's get going. So yeah, this is our incident management, streamline incident management app. So basically, there are a couple of pivots here. How do you streamline your incident management? Basically, you want to get all these sources of data in a unified format. That's the step A. And then how do you go about updating and getting that, how can you update and close your tickets or even like assign it for investigation and so on and so forth. And that's what we'll be looking at, these couple of scenarios. So this application is available on GitHub for download, and there are pointers to all of this towards the end of the session too. So basically, you can download this app. This is an ASP.NET MVC app with Angular. And if you just drill down into one of these, like just to see what kind of data is available, these are like kind of the top alerts. That is the reasonmost alerts that is available across all the providers running in this tenant. So you can see all these alerts are there. They're in a unified format. And let's take a look at one of these out here. So in this case, I'm taking a look at the Azure Security Center. It's a resolved alert at this point, but then we can see what kind of data is available. You can see the destination URL, information, the host information, the description of the alert itself, whom it was assigned to, and when it got resolved. The host information is there, and you can see the user information as well. The user information, this is all available through the Microsoft Graph Security API Alert schema, and we are just displaying it in this UI format. You can see out here that there is extra information, like the manager information and email and office location. These are all by getting additional context from Microsoft Graph user entity. So this is how like you can mix and match and build more enriched solutions And this, again, is the registered device information is from Intune. So basically, it's tapping into multiple sources to get the data built out. So that's there. And the recommended actions as well available with this and for the details. Now let's go about suppose I'm not happy with the resolution. We just go back to investigation, right? So I'm assigning it back and investigate this again. So we can update this alert, and basically what it does is it just gets, the alert gets updated with this information. So that's the streamlined incident management, and basically what we can also do is we can get, suppose I want to prioritize my investigations, so I can just sort by high severity, I can just filter by high severity alerts, and I'm getting the top 10 alerts from each of the providers for this, and I can see all my high severity alerts in a single view, and I can prioritize my investigations accordingly. What more, like I can look at secure score out here as well. This gives a context of how secure score looks like, and this is my current score for the organizational tenant, and this is my total max score, and I'll get details on all the actions that I can take to improve the score over time, and how much will that improve the score as well. So in this case, if I look at the 50, which is pretty high, if I just drill down on that, I can see that required MFA will get my score pretty high by 50 points, and the user impact implementation cost is low. So I would put this up for my configuration improvement in my plan. So that's basically some of the scenarios that you can have with this. So that was Streamlined Incident Management app. When we looked at the Streamlined Incident Management, we looked at some IPs and all that came in from some of the alerts. Suppose some of those were determined by your analyst as like kind of a malicious IP, and you want to like share it out with other Microsoft products so that you can take relevant action on those and be more proactive for those specific malicious indicators of compromise in the future. You can go about integrating with the TI indicators for customizing your threat detection. That's what we're going to look at in the next demo. So out here, we're going to look at a scenario where we can push custom threat intelligence from a MISP application that we built using Graph Security API, and to push those indicators to Defender ATP for taking an alert action and a block action there. So this is basically, we'll start with the Defender ATP UI. You can see out here that there are a couple of indicators already here. For IP addresses, you can push file hashes or URL domains. Basically, the actions are alert and block and allow actions that you can take. So this is just to look at what we have currently. And let's move on to our the MISP view. So this is our MISP view, and out here you can see that MISP is just a threat intelligence platform, sharing platform, and it is an open source platform as well. I have one event created already here. So there are events which has attributes associated with it, which basically attributes mean like kind of the malicious activity that you want to report on. So in this case, I have one network activity that I've already primed up this with, which is of IP destination type, and the value is there. That's 222.10.2010, and I want to like push this for flagging to Defender ADP as malicious activity. So now let's go to our MISP app. So this is a MISP app. There is a config file. This is all on GitHub, by the way, so you can get access to this in our repo as well. And the config file is where you set your authentication information and all, and your MISP domain config and everything. And basically, the target out here is Microsoft Defender ADP. This also supports pushing to Azure Sentinel as well. For this demo's sake, we'll look at Defender ADP push. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run this script, the Python script. It's running, and it's pushed out the indicator. And let's go back to our Defender ADP. And we see that this indicator has been pushed here. This is the 220, 210, 2010 indicator that we just pushed for alert and block action. So this enables you to we just pushed one, but just to think of the scale. Usually organizations have a list of indicators that they want to push. So using this API connectivity, you can push it to, you can submit your indicators to Defender ADP, or even like Azure Sentinel, you can push the same list to other products as well, so that you have that one interface to get your threat detection, proactive threat detection done. So we looked at incident management. We looked at how we can customize the threat detections. Now let's look at an automated response. Like how can we respond in an automated manner without having to wake up our analysts to investigate and looking at different portals and for investigation as well. So how do we reduce manual triage? And that's where we have our next app, which is Logic Apps based workflow. So out here, we can see that this is a simple workflow that actually starts an investigation on the Teams channel for the security analyst to investigate an alert. And it not only provides just investigation of an alert, that alert itself, it also does more. It actually goes about and pulls in other related alerts associated with the same user and gets more information like IP addresses and other things that can enable you to quickly investigate without having to go to each of these security product portals and get that data. So that's what this does. So this is using a trigger on new high severity alerts. The trigger is, by the way, a very new feature that we just released last month for Azure Logic Apps, the connectors. So this trigger is whenever a new alert comes in. It can be high severity. There are two triggers, by the way. This one relies on high severity, but there's another one which is just on new alerts as well that you can use. So whenever there's a new alert that comes in, this workflow gets triggered pretty much. And these are all, I'll skip through these four. These are just initializers that you can set your variables to for your Logic Apps design. Basically, this is the meat of the app. So what we're doing out here is for the high severity alerts that we're getting, we are getting a list of on-call analysts from SharePoint so that then we can assign these alerts out to a person dynamically that way, instead of having to find the person and just have a static person there. And for each of these, what we're also doing is we are updating the alert. Since we found the information of the on-call analyst from SharePoint, we are updating the alert, assigning it to the person. And then this is the investigation piece, which is interesting. So each alert has user state information, in addition to IP, like host state information, other things in the Graph Security API. But in this case, what we're doing is we are getting the network connection information and adding it to the alert so that we have that information available in the table for investigation. And we are also getting a list of alerts that matches the same user. So what other additional alerts from other security products are there for the same user, which is valuable information to see the attack pattern. And that's what we're getting here. And then we are building a table using the HTML connector in Logic Apps. And finally, this is the Teams Logic connector where we are sending the alert related to that user directly to the Teams channel. So in each of these cases, you can see that the value is all dynamically obtained. So the way with Logic Apps is when you have the new alert coming in using this trigger, you have that object available for usage in your playbook. So you can just tapping all of this in a dynamic manner and building your playbook that way, so that there's no static information retained there. So finally, how does this look like? This is the Teams channel for my SecOps investigation that I have finally, which has the alert specifically for investigation. This is the specific alert that I want investigated, and it has description and other details. And I also have additional alerts related to this to help the investigation related to the same user. So my investigational alert is Azure Sentinel alert that I want investigated. But then I do see that there are other alerts like Windows Defender ADP, Azure Security Center, and Cloud App Security associated with the same user that enables me to look at what has really happened. Like there was a suspicious activity, there was a system process executed, like there was some process that was rogue process that was executed, and finally there was repeated share activity as well. So at least it gives that picture to the security analyst and then helps investigation. So that's that. And then moving on. So after looking at incident and response and all, let's look at what is the IT Pro scenario here, which is our the PowerShell module that we have for the Graph Security API. So I'm just going to, this is the PowerShell commandlet. All these are also available. There are detailed documentation on this in terms of how do you get the PowerShell module and authenticate and then go ahead using this. So that's all documented. But basically, this is a Graph Security alert commandlet and get top one, which actually returns my authentication token expired, so it's getting that. But the thing is, this is basically a list of all my alerts, recent alerts across all the providers. Now, this view looks okay, but it's not too great to look at. So if I want to get the list of alerts which are filtered by specific users, right, or just for a specific user, like Patty in this case, and also for a specific severity, I want to get a smaller list, and I don't want all the fields displayed because there are too many fields, and I want to just look at the few fields. This is the query for that, and basically what I'm having is user principal name, Patty, and then the severity and the other details too. So this is how that query looks like, and the result set is basically Patty has these alerts associated with her: mass share, impossible travel activity, and managed device is not compliant, and we can see what all is there going on there with Patty. So it's a smaller list and easy to look at that way. Now let's look at Secure Score. So just Graph Security Secure Score gives me the security information for that tenant as well. Just a quick command, that's it. Nothing much to do there. I can also get all this information, but I want to look at the switches because I just want to take a look at what other properties there's there with the Graph Security API. So if I do a get Graph Security alert and a dash and a control space, it gives me all the properties that I can pivot by to filter, and filter the data across all of these. So I can filter by one, or I can filter by combo. So that's as simple as it gets there. Again, all the scenarios, the commands, commandlets, documentation, everything is there on GitHub, and it's all linked in, and it's all available there. Now let's look at after the IT Pro scenario, what else do we have? How can we quickly build reports leveraging all the security data that we have without having to write, we looked at the dashboard in the first app, right? That is it involved quite a bit of code writing. Now, how can we build a report without even writing any code? That's what this fifth app is all about. And let's switch tracks there to move to our report. So this is a Power BI dashboard that's built using the Microsoft Graph Security API Power BI connector. This released in February of this year, and it's available in the February release of Power BI. And basically, you can just get this by looking at just going here, get data, and more. And then if you go to online services, these steps are also documented, by the way, and the sample dashboard is also available on GitHub. So you can just do Microsoft Graph Security Beta and connect. And that gets you connected with this. It'll ask you for auth information for your tenant, and enter that, and then you pretty much get admin consent for the app, and it's set on this. So this is all, when we look at the right-hand side, all these are properties that's available in the Graph Security API that you can slice and dice and build your reports as per your will, as per your choice. So it's just like dragging, dropping, and getting all of these. So it's very quick to build these out. So I have a report on alerts by users, by hosts, by categories. There are more that you can use, and status and severity as well. Now let's look at the unfamiliar location alert. Just clicking on that, I can get a quick perspective of, okay, what is assignment status on that? Looks like majority of those are not assigned, and there are some which are assigned to analyst. And when I also look out here, like most of the severity of that is like medium as well. So I can get that perspective very quickly on this. And I also know that from this view, the unfamiliar location alert is due to Douglas and Christy and Bassey and Adam and Betsy. So that is like a very quick analysis that I can do without doing much, actually, just a few clicks. Similarly, if I just go to the exploit, because I'm worried about exploits, there are fewer of those, but they are pretty dangerous. So I can look at here that they are, that's an unassigned, which is a big flag, which means I have to get it assigned, and it's from Aldo. And then I can look at that details of the machine as well, the host as well. Similarly, like you can just go back and look at trend. You can build trend reports as well, by all your categories of alerts, how have they been trending over time, and which categories have been like higher on, and what was the correlation there as well. Similarly, I can build a trend of different security products and build that report as well and take a look. So the possibilities are limited. These are just like examples, and you can add more and more to your app and enrich it. And you can build in different sources of data as well into this. So we started off with a streamline incident management by writing a lot of code and having that app. Then we progressed further to get to how can we get proactive in our threat detection. And that's where we had a capability to push our custom indicators and make that available, right, into different Microsoft products for alerting and allowing blocking actions. Then we moved on to like automated response scenario with the logic apps. And then we looked at ID Pro scenario with PowerShell for quickly getting data. And we also built reports using Power BI connector and slicing and dicing that information. Now, so what's next? These are some sample apps that you can build any application of your choice. Or you can even, as a customer, if you have existing products, there are existing integrations with Graph already available in certain products that you can leverage out of the box. So these are options that's available. In case of the existing integrations, this is yet another like kind of progress that we have since last year after GA. We have a lot of partners who we have like onboarded who are using the Microsoft Graph Security API. These are like a few of them that we could represent here. There are more and more integrations as well that's there. And so it's you can use any of these products which already has the integrations built in, or you can even the Azure Logic Apps and all those integrations are also available that we went through just now. Besides these, you can also, if you're not happy with any of the integrations, you can build your own integration. And there are like steps for that, and basically you can start with reading an ebook. It's just a 10-page ebook which gives you all the information about use cases that you can enable using the Microsoft Graph Security API. There are 7 use cases. It's 7 ways to connect with the graph and like get value out of it. And there are all the getting started material and all in that. Documentation link is there. It's Graph AKMS, Graph Security Docs. Will get you started. You can download the SDK if you're writing a lot of code and building all of that, or you even can use the quick starts. So quick starts is very new. We just came up with this a couple of weeks ago. And this is available in C#, Python, and Node.js. And these are just module functions that you can copy and paste directly in your app, and you get started on that very quickly. So it's auth is there. There is an auth module, which is common for everything. And then basically you just have the get alerts, update alerts, get indicators, submit indicators, and so on and so forth. So it's as simple as that. All of those are available on GitHub repo too. The GitHub repo itself has a lot of samples. And the next phase is basically after you test and validate your application. If you put it on GitHub, you get recognized for it. So we have a recognition program where we promote that the application that you built and via blogs and tweets and everything. So you get credit for that and you can feel happy about that. You can also explore partnership opportunities, and there is a document for that as well to how to get started and explore and look how to monetize and those kind of options too. So these are all different paths on building your own integration and submitting your app there. So bottom line, why do you want to connect with Microsoft Graph Security API? It's basically to establish a single connection to multiple security products. It's basically just to streamline your integrations. It's to identify all those relationships between different products using a singular schema, which enables you to have the same property available to pivot and get that information across different security products. So it's basically like to enable correlation of disparate data sources. It's also like you also have the benefit of using all of this, and this is all like documented in the ebook that we just spoke about as well. So that's there too. So all of these are very, very useful resources to get started. There's the documentation, the GitHub repo, quick starts, the codeless connections. There are scenarios. All of those are available out here for a quick check. I'll just give a moment for you all to take a picture of it. Slides, I'm not sure. Recording, I'm sure. Yeah, recording will be available. I'm not very certain about the slides part. Yeah. For this, thank you so much. And I'm open for any questions. Please feel free to ask any questions. There are mics out here. I'm happy to take as many questions as possible out here. And please don't forget to do the evals. Very important. Submit your evaluations, and you can find this session in this quick link as well later on.